Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
The other thing is if you fail 3 separate obstacles, that would also end your run. Does that make sense, guys? So you can retry and continue 2 obstacles. The third one, that's it. Going through, guys, obviously don't touch any obstacles or platforms when we're walking through, or try to avoid it because I don't want anyone to get any unfair advantages. I've never had to DQ somebody. Don't want to start with that. Yeah, let's get started. Ignore that. That's we're putting in their runs right now. That's what that is. Where are my demo boys? Alright, guys, you can funnel in through this way. Come over on the mats over here, on the floor over here, anything like that. Okay? So you guys are aware your warm-up area is going to be this far, and everything on this side of it is this fine area. You guys can use any of these obstacles over here. Okay, that's going to be your warm-up area for today. For the challenge course, we're going to have a different warm-up area for the burnout course. So make sure we're not standing over the clipboard or anything over here. You don't know, it might be part of the burnout course. Okay? So, obstacle 1 is this start right there where Alfio is. Say hi, Alfio. Alright, you're going to be allowed to use hands and feet. Oh, there's chalk right there. No coaches. No chalk. You're not allowed to keep your athlete chalk on the course. There's a chalk spot, and the athlete can go to the chalk and get it themselves at any point during the course. Keep it there. Bianca, can you turn the volume down, please? Cool. So for this first obstacle, guys, you're going to get the 5 equal steps with your hands and your feet. Your finish platform is this platform. It is also a starting platform. This is your plane. This is the only finishing and starting platform of the entire course. So pretty much everything else after this, you can touch and go. All right? Here's the demo. Clear. All right, any questions on obstacle 1? Okay, obstacle 2. Starting on this platform, you're allowed to use your whole body on all the red parts of this board. You are not allowed to use the wall or the bar. There's this little thing here that is to help absorb the impact so our board doesn't get broken. You can use this as well if it helps you, and then this is your finishing platform. Here's the down. Are there any questions about obstacle 2? All right, moving on. Obstacle 3. All the teams division can reach this ring with this box, so I'm not height checking anybody. This is your starting platform. You're going to be allowed to use these 2 rings and any horizontal bars to get yourself to this platform right here. Hands only. Here's a demo. Any questions about this? Yes. What's that? No, the box is going to be there for all the athletes. Also, if you want more chalk before that lane, the starting block chalk is still there. Obstacle 4, starting right here on this platform. JD, say hi, JD. Right here, you're going to be allowed hands and feet on this bar. Okay. You're allowed your whole body on this part of the red panel mat and these platforms. This section is out of play, meaning that you can't use it to help you make forward progress. And it's also not allowed to be engaged with this. So basically, if you knock it over, it's going to be a fail, and you're going to have to reset back to there. Okay? But if you like hit it and you still land here and it doesn't fall over, I'm okay with that. That's going to be like incidental, right? I'll make a judgment call on it. If it's like falling and you're like, oh, you used it, right? You used it to make forward progress. So that's also going to be a fail. Then again, you can use these boxes, this lower platform. You can use hands on the ring and the hook to get yourself to the black panel mat over there. That is your finished platform. So if you fail this part, you do have to reset all the way back to where JD is. JD, here's that up. Clear? Any questions on this? Correct, yeah, so it's just the panel mat, guys. So real quick, take a look, right? There's floor between the mat and the panel mat. That floor is out. Like, this little strip down here. So it's like on both cliffhangers of this triangle, hands on both cliffhangers of this triangle, and your dismount platform is going to be this platform here, and this is your plane. However, this is an optional dismount platform. If you would like to, instead, whenever you touch this bar, I'll give you a clear for obstacle 5, and you'll be on obstacle 6. And then if you fail over here, you would reset to the platform instead of back over there. If you miss this bar entirely, you would have to reset back over there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to talk about obstacle 6 at the same time, yes? If you touch it, that's a clear of obstacle 5. So obstacle 6, you start on that platform. You can use this bar to help you get up to here. You get hands on that bar, hands on the sides of the palm flip, and your dismount is going to be the red platform over here. This is your plane, and this stanchion is here to be annoyingly in the way for skipping kids. Okay. Demo. No one did it. Clear. Clear. Any questions? Yes.
Is the black and flag step on?
Yeah, you can step on that. Yep, totally fine. Yeah.
Can we use the sides of the...
Nope, only the cliffhangers. Any other questions about obstacles 5 and 6? Notably, guys, there is more chalk for you at that platform right there. Okay. Obstacle 7, yep. Obstacle 7, this is your starting platform right here. If you would like, you can start as far back as you want. You can make sure you touch the platform before you touch the obstacle. You're allowed to only use the top surface of each domino to get you to the red panel mat right here. Here's the demo. Any questions? Fun fact, if you don't knock the dominoes over, our resetter will light you one.
Are you okay, Rachel?
You'll notice there's an ice pick here. That ice pick is for you to use, okay? You're going to grab that ice pick. You're going to take it. Your starting platform is the floor on this side of the green line. Okay? So you can start anywhere on the black floor over here as long as you're not at the green line. Stepping past this is going to be counted as a hit, right? If you need, this is a little wet towel here for you. So you can use to wipe off your shoes. If you feel like you got dust in your shoes and you would like to clean them off this obstacle. The ice pick is allowed to go onto this bar here. You're allowed hands on this bar, hands on the sliding pipe. And this on platform is the black mat right here. I'm going to be as nice as I can be with little toe taps on the blue mat. We do up with the ice pick, but in general, if I see that you're grazing or like your toe is sort of like top of your toe straightening, I'm going to be okay with those sort of toe taps. But big weight pushing down, if it helps you even 5% make the catch, I can't let that one slide. That's right, I call you on that. So here's the demo. Clear. Any questions? Yes, Mark. Yeah, so the whole four on this side of your knees. Yep. Any other questions on obstacle 8? Okay, obstacle 9. You're going to start on this platform that JJ standing on right here. You will be allowed to use hands on this horizontal pipe. You'll be allowed to use your hands on the cliffhangers on both sides of all of these bogey boards. You'll be allowed hands on this horizontal pipe, hands on this horizontal pipe, and your dismount is this platform right here. Notably, there is chalk behind that box there, so you can always get more chalk there if you need some. Here's the demo.
We got you.
Clear. And you can use that whole horizontal pipe, both sides of the diagonal pipe. Any questions about obstacle 9? Yes. No touch point. No. Okay. Obstacle 10. Starting on this platform right here, by the way, more chalk. There's chalk everywhere you could possibly need it, kids. You're allowed to use hands only on this ring. That ring is allowed to go on this hook, this second hook, and either side of this third hook. You're allowed feet only on the front surface of this board, okay? There is notably still a lot of foam in the way. The foam is entirely out of play. Now, I am going to be as kind as possible about it, right? Where if you use the foam to give yourself an advantage moving forward on the obstacle, I'm going to count that against you. I'm going to fail you, make you reset. For example, you can't really see the hook when you're on here. If you hit the foam so that you can see the hook better, you're using it to help you. If you try to barrel through the foam, let's say like you're on this the ring here, and you're trying to run through it and skip this hook, and you run through the foam to get your dismount, you're using the foam to make forward progress. I'm going to get you on that. But if you're on the ring here, you're building up your swing and you kick the foam behind you, you're not hitting that foam with any intent to make forward progress. It's not helping you. In that case, it's incidental. Does that make sense? So let's get a demo real quick and I'll ask for any questions, okay? Alfio, go ahead.
Push away from the wall when you face. Move.
And you gotta clear the platform's plane and hit your buzzer. The buzzer will be your last point. Are there any questions? Yes. Go ahead. If you're hitting this piece of foam, trying to get the ring from hook 1 to hook 2, as long as you're not, trying to give yourself a big advantage, like trying to go from 1 to 3, I'm going to be pretty lenient about it, right? In general, if you avoid the foam entirely, I'm not going to call you on anything, right? I'm going to be as generous as I can be. Yes, Patrick.
If you try to go to the third hook there, and you accidentally mess up your swing, you like kick it. Is that
Again, if you don't make forward progress kicking the foam, or it doesn't help you at all, for example, if you're on the second hook and you kick the foam and it lets you see the third hook, that would give you an advantage. I'm going to call you back on that. When you kick the side foam, that's not going to help you, right? So again, I'm going to be as nice as I can be about these calls. Yes, right.
oh problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 2-minute and 15-second time limit. Okay? Any other questions, mine? Yep. I can't tell you how to do it, but you're only allowed to use the front surface, so the top of the board is out of play. Okay? Any other questions about this obstacle?
Board is feet only, right?
The board is feet only, yes. All right, guys, I'm going to give you 8 minutes to walk through the course, and then another 8 minutes to warm up, and then we're going to get started, okay?
All right.
My friends, come on over.
See you guys.